You've heard the news and you've got the blues. Who you gonna call? Diet Buster! Dieting is still here. Let's make it disappear. Who you gonna call? Diet Buster! I ain't afraid of your shit. Not even a little bit. They say to not eat fruit, that's just not us too. Who you gonna call? Diet Buster! Are you hungry or thirsty? The line isn't that murky. Who you gonna call? Diet Buster! I ain't afraid of no diet. I think it's time to riot. Who you gonna call? Diet Buster! You're all not alone. Your body is your home. And you can call Diet Buster! Diet Busters, the video 2019. Hi you guys, yes it is that time of year again and we are doing it. We are doing Diet Busters 2019. This is my third year in a row making a Diet Busters video. Yeah, one of my favorite annual little things I do. Probably the only annual thing I do, but definitely still my favorite. Yes, it is 7:30 in the morning and we are doing this. And for all those just joining us, my name is Rachel, this is Ladle by Ladle, and you should subscribe and like this video because every year around Halloween, I make a video called Diet Busters with the beautiful little music video you saw earlier. There's a different one every year. I'm going to sit here right now for you and bust some diet myths because there are a lot of diet myths out there thanks to the popularity of fad diets and also just like the misinformation of the internet age, you know. So the first diet myth that I want to bust is the idea that fruit is bad for you. I honestly can't believe we're here, but it's 2019 and diet culture is now so up its own ass that apparently fruit is off limits to some. So yeah, I have been hearing more and more in the like diet culture talky spheres that fruit is apparently bad for you because of like the sugar or something. But okay. Let's start with the fact that fruit does in fact have sugar in it. That's why it's fucking delicious. And by the way, sugar is not your enemy. There is sugar in fruit. But besides the fact that you should not be afraid of sugar, it's also coupled with nutrients and fiber. And so by avoiding fruit, you are avoiding a wealth of other nutrients that are really amazing for a well-rounded diet. I feel like any doctor could tell you this, right? There's a reason that your parents were telling you to eat your fruits and veggies and that they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So fruit is delicious and nutritious, and anyone that tells you otherwise is spreading untruths propagated by anti-science fad diet culture. Boom! Fruit is bad for you? You've been busted. Okay, well my cat's just knocked over my tripod. We're back. Okay. One myth down. Now myth number 2. Exercise is a way to compensate for being bad with the food you eat. That was kind of awkwardly worded, but I think the point got across. When I was in college and I was addicted to the gym, I would hear many conversations and be part of many conversations that were like, oh my god, I was so bad this weekend. I ate X, Y, and Z, and I really just need to like jump on the elliptical for an hour to make up for it. Yes, of course, I was one of the many girls who was sweating away on machines trying to make up for the food that I had eaten that I had perceived as too much or bad or whatever. On top of being the wrong way to view exercise for everyone, this was particularly dangerous for me because, as you may or may not know, exercise is one of the many compensatory behaviors that is viewed in patients with eating disorders, which is what was going on with me. But let me further tell you why this train of thinking is bullshit for everybody. First of all, and I cannot stress this enough, you never, ever need to punish yourself or your body in any way for eating. We all need to eat to survive. Even if you were like laid out in a coma and not moving all day, you would still need to be fed a certain number of calories to keep your organs running and your body alive. But you're not laying down all day. So for a person who goes to work, goes to school, cleans the house, or just generally kind of moves around even a little bit, you need food. You need more food than you think to continue surviving and thriving in this world. So eating food does not make you bad. Giving your body what it needs is a good thing. So saying that you need to exercise to compensate for eating food is implying that the eating of the food was bad in the first place. And even if you think it was more than you needed, if your body was craving it and asked for it, then somewhere something needed those calories. Don't get me wrong here, because I'm not anti-exercise for people who don't have eating disorders or aren't recovering from eating disorders. I think that moving your body in a way that brings you joy can be an amazing and beautiful thing. And I can't be hypocritical here because I do absolutely work out. I love to dance and I love to practice yoga, and my boyfriend, he loves to go rock climbing, and so these are activities that we do fairly regularly, but we do them because they're fun, not because we're punishing ourselves. Exercising solely for the sake of punishing yourself or losing weight is not effective, and furthermore, it is bad for your mental health, which is a big part of your entire health picture. If you are listening to this and you think that you are doing this, then let me just speak to you really quick. I really recommend taking a break from the exercise at the moment and reassessing your relationship with your body and food and working out. I can promise to you that your body will be the most beautiful and genuine and real when you stop judging it so harshly against impossible standards, feeding it what it needs without judgment, and only moving in a way that brings your body joy. So listen, you need to exercise to compensate for eating too much food? You've been busted. Okay, moving on. Myth number 3. If you are hungry, you just need a glass of water. I have literally been hearing this piece of diet culture advice for years. I'm talking like since middle school. I would hear my parents say like, oh, I'm not hungry, I just need a glass of water. The line of thinking here, from my understanding of it, is that dehydration supposedly feels a lot like hunger. And so if you think you need a snack or something, you should instead just drink a glass of water, and you'll find that those cravings just go away. Has anyone ever really found that to be true? Because let me tell you, water is not as satisfying as food. Obviously, like, I feel like it's stupid I even have to say this, but I support drinking water and staying hydrated. But as someone who has been both thirsty and hungry many times in my life, let me tell you, the two feel very different. I know when I'm thirsty and I know when I'm hungry, and trying to trick my brain into confusing one for the other, it doesn't work. Your body and your brain, they are much smarter than you. If you're craving a snack and instead you drink a glass of water, you're putting off those hungry feelings. And the longer you put off feeding yourself, the hungrier you will get. So even if you're skipping your morning snack for a glass of water, you're just gonna be more hungry come lunchtime and perhaps eat more than you planned, which is fine, obviously, but it's kind of counterintuitive to what you were trying to do in the first place, you see. I drink water constantly. I think it's super important to stay hydrated, but I also never, ever deny my body a snack when it is craving it, because staying hydrated and fueling your body are two separate things that you need to be doing both of. Drinking water to avoid feeling hungry? You've been busted! 2 more, here we go. Ready for number 4? All right, the cat keeps playing with the cord of my lights. Tuna. Myth number 4. Excuse me. Drinking coffee helps you lose weight. Okay, this I've also heard many times, and the idea here, I guess, is that caffeine acts as an appetite suppressant while simultaneously boosting your metabolism, so bada bing, bada boom, weight loss. I'm gonna kill my cats, they keep moving my tripod. Just stay there. And listen, I'm not here to tell you that that may not happen if you drink coffee, but the effects are temporary, and the long-term effects of drinking too much coffee are not good. Too much coffee can cause anxiety, increased heart rate, and less sleep. Also, drinking too much coffee can lead to a caffeine addiction, which down the line can lead to increased blood pressure and also you requiring more and more caffeine to achieve your intended effect. And the intended effect, by the way, not even really being that effective. So you're anxious, your heart is racing, you're all hyped up on the coffee, and you're getting less sleep because you're fucking wired all the time. But hey, at least your appetite is suppressed sometimes, kind of, right? Well, maybe. But people who get less sleep are often way hungrier because of an increase of the hormone. I'm going to put it here because I don't know how to say it. I want to say ghrelin. So in the end, I get what you're trying to do here. It is also another compensatory behavior of eating disorders, but it's not a very effective one. It doesn't work in the long term. The effects are only temporary. You eventually get yourself into a caffeine addiction where you require so much coffee to keep up with feeling the suppressed appetite that you're up all the time, you're more tired because you're not sleeping, and boom, you end up eating more. Listen, eating more is never really like a problem that I'm trying to shame here. It's just that if you're drinking coffee to avoid that, then you see how it's kind of like not really effective. Drinking coffee to lose weight. You've been busted. And we are here. We have made it. My friends, my family, my colleagues, my brethren. We are at the last diet myth. And oh boy, did I save a big one for the end. I saved perhaps the one for the end. I mean, this is the 15th diet myth that I've busted. And it probably should have been the first, okay? I apologize, but also I apologize to no man. And here we go. The very I don't know what the fuck that was. The fifth diet myth, that kind of rhymes, is the fact that diets work. The myth that diets work is the biggest and baddest one of them all. So many people believe that a diet, any one of them, is going to be effective. And sure, on any given diet, you will probably lose some weight short term, right at the beginning, temporarily. Diets are all effective in the short term because in one way or another, they are a form of restrictive eating. And they are extremely difficult to keep up with. And even if somehow you've convinced yourself that you are capable of staying on whatever diet you're on for the rest of your life, eventually any form of restrictive eating is going to lead to a lowered metabolism, and then you will start to be able to maintain on your restricted form of eating, so you'll have to restrict even more to keep up with the weight loss. Basically, with a lowered metabolism, the amount of restriction you're already sustaining won't be enough, and like I said, you'll have to keep eating less and less until you give up or, develop a dangerous eating disorder. And this is how all diets are structured. They give people short-term results, but ultimately prove too restrictive to continue working in the long term. And by the way, a lot of people are catching on to this, so diets are getting smarter about how they're wording their programs to make you believe that they're different this time. They've always been doing this. But in 2019, buzzwords like sustainability, lifestyle changes, long-term solutions, they're cropping up all over the place in pro-diet rhetoric. But it's all the same bullshit being repackaged for today's dieters. Don't believe the hype. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Why don't you instead focus on loving your body and working towards doing things that make you genuinely feel good, because those are real lifestyle changes, not some weird fad diet. Diets work, you say? You've been busted. And that is it. Those are my 5 diet myths that I have busted. I am just your friendly neighborhood diet buster, here to tell you that dieting is bullshit and all the various things that come with it usually are too. Boom. This is it, you guys. We have done Diet Busters 2019. Oh my god. Next time I do this, it'll be Diet Busters 2020. That'll be my 4th year. I can't believe that this stupid idea that I had 3 years ago is still one of the things that I am most proud of for this channel. By the way, if you haven't seen the last 2 Diet Busters, definitely go check them out. They're hilarious and amazing and informative. And also you can see my hair journey throughout the years. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Happy spooky Halloween if I get this up in time. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
You or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals. Go
Ghostbusters!
Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
We're ready to believe you.